Have you ever wondered why Egypt is called Egypt? The name sounds ancient and powerful. But here's the twist. Egyptians themselves don't call their country Egypt. So where did the name Egypt come from? And what do Egyptians actually call their home? Today, we're uncovering the surprising story behind the name Egypt, a journey through thousands of years of history. The names we use for countries often have incredible histories, filled with conquests, trade, and misunderstandings. Egypt's story is one of the most captivating of all. The very people who live there use a completely different word. This linguistic divide is a clue, leading us into a much bigger story. Join me as we embark on this journey to discover why Egypt is called Egypt and what other secrets its names hold. Before we dive into the fascinating origins of Egypt's many names, let's make sure we all know exactly where Egypt is on the map. Its location has shaped its history, culture, and even its identity. Take a look at a world map. Egypt sits at the northeastern corner of Africa, right where the continent meets Asia. It forms a natural land bridge between these two massive continents, making it a gateway between worlds. Officially, Egypt is part of North Africa. It shares borders with Libya to the west, Sudan to the south, and Israel and the Gaza Strip to the northeast. These borders have played a huge role in its interactions with neighboring peoples and empires. Much of Egypt's land is covered by the vast golden sands of the Sahara Desert, but cutting through this arid landscape is the mighty Nile River, a ribbon of life that has shaped Egypt's destiny for thousands of years. The Nile is the world's longest river, stretching over 4,000 miles. It's truly the lifeblood of the country, providing water, fertile soil, and a means of travel and trade since ancient times. Nearly all Egyptians, both in ancient times and today, live along the Nile's fertile banks, or in its lush delta. This narrow strip of green is surrounded by desert, making it a vital oasis for life and civilization. Egypt also controls two of the world's most important waterways, the Mediterranean Sea to the north and the Red Sea to the east. These are connected by the famous Suez Canal, a crucial route for global trade and travel. Thanks to this strategic location, Egypt has been a crossroads of civilizations for thousands of years. People, goods, and ideas have flowed through this land, leaving a rich and diverse legacy. From the endless deserts to the lush riverbanks and the bustling cities, Egypt's unique geography is the key to understanding its incredible story and even the origins of its many names. Now, let's journey back in time and discover what the very first Egyptians called this remarkable land and how its geography inspired those ancient names. Long before the rise of the Greeks and Romans, before the world knew the wonders of Athens or the might of Rome, there was a land whose people called it Kemet. This was the name spoken by those who built the pyramids, who gazed at the stars and shaped the course of history along the banks of the Nile. Kemet means the Black Land, a name inspired by the deep, rich soil left behind after the Nile's annual floods. This soil was so dark and fertile that it stood out in stark contrast to the surrounding sands, and it was the very reason life could flourish here. This fertile earth was the foundation of their civilization. It allowed the ancient Egyptians to grow abundant crops, feed their people, and build a society that would endure for thousands of years, even as the desert pressed in on all sides. In contrast, the vast, arid desert beyond the river was called Deshret, the Red Land. This was a place of chaos, danger, and mystery, where only the hardiest could survive. The Egyptians saw it as the realm of disorder, a harsh world always threatening to encroach on their fertile home. For the ancient Egyptians, life was a constant balance between these two worlds, the life-giving Black Land and the deadly Red Land. This duality shaped their beliefs, their art, and their understanding of the universe. To be Egyptian was to be a person of Kemet, a child of the Black Land, forever tied to the river and the soil that sustained them. This connection to the land was passed down through generations, shaping their sense of identity. Their culture, religion, and daily life all revolved around the rhythm of the Nile. The river's floods brought renewal, and its steady flow was a symbol of eternity and stability. The name Kemet was more than just a label on a map. It was a declaration of gratitude, a celebration of the land's generosity, and a reminder of the delicate balance between life and death. Kemet symbolized home, life, and the very heart of civilization itself. It was a word that carried hope, pride, and a deep sense of belonging. But as centuries passed and history moved forward, new people arrived, bringing new names and new stories to this ancient land. Yet, the memory of Kemet endured, echoing through time. Let's explore how the name Kemet was written, preserved, and remembered by the people who called it home. The name Kemet was immortalized in hieroglyphs, Egypt's beautiful writing system. Scribes used symbols for land, irrigation, and a crocodile's tail to represent Kemet, linking it to the Nile. Hieroglyphs weren't just letters, they told a story. Black, or Kem, was a positive color, symbolizing life, fertility, and rebirth. Osiris, god of the underworld, was depicted with black or green skin, embodying regeneration. Writing Kemet was a celebration of the Nile's gifts and Egypt's connection to creation. For over 3,000 years, pharaohs ruled over Kemet, etching its name into temples and tombs. But new visitors would soon bring new names. Enter the Greeks. The story of how Kemet became Egypt starts with the ancient Greeks. From the 7th century BC, Greeks set up trading posts in Egypt, especially near Memphis, the ancient capital. The chief god of Memphis was Ptah, and his temple was called Hutka-Ptah, the temple of the soul of Ptah. Greeks, hearing this name, adapted it to their own language. Instead of Kemet, they used a version of Hutka-Ptah, focusing on the temple's name. Through simplification, the name became Aigyptos in Greek. What started as the name of a temple became the Greek word for the entire country. This new name would soon travel even further. Let's break down how Hutka-Ptah became Aigyptos. Chabuti means temple, Ka means soul, and Ta is the god's name. Greeks approximated the sounds, blending them into Aigyptos. The os ending made it fit Greek grammar. At first, Aigyptos referred to Memphis and its region, but soon it meant all of Egypt. The original Kemet remained in use locally, but Aigyptos spread through Greek texts and maps. The stage was set for the Romans to carry the name even further. The Romans conquered Egypt in 30 BC and made it a province. They admired Greek culture and adopted the name Aigyptos, adapting it to Latin as Aegyptus. Latin was the language of the vast Roman Empire, so Aegyptus spread far and wide. As Latin evolved, so did the name. Egypte in French, Egipto in Spanish, Egitto in Italian. English, influenced by French, adopted Egypt. The name we use today is a direct descendant of the Roman and Greek versions, all from a temple's name in Memphis. Meanwhile, Egyptians themselves would come to use a different name. Let's see what they call their country today. Enter Misr. So, what do Egyptians call their country? In Arabic, it's Misr. The official name is Jumhuriyat Misr al-Arabiya, the Arab Republic of Egypt. But everyone just says Misr. Misr has Semitic roots and appears in the Quran and the Bible. In Hebrew, Egypt is Mitzrayim. The name likely meant country or two straits, reflecting ancient Egypt's divisions. When Arabic became the main language, Misr replaced Kemet. Today, Misr is used for both the country and, informally, for Cairo itself. It's a name spoken with pride by Egyptians every day. Egypt is a land of many names, each one revealing a unique chapter in its long and fascinating story. These names are more than just words. They are windows into the soul of a nation that has shaped and been shaped by the tides of history. The ancient Egyptians called their homeland Kemet, meaning the Black Land. This name was inspired by the rich, dark soil left behind by the annual flooding of the Nile River, which made agriculture possible and gave birth to one of the world's earliest civilizations. Kemet was a symbol of life, fertility, and the enduring connection between the people and their land. Later, as the world grew more connected, outsiders arrived. The Greeks and Romans were captivated by Egypt's wonders, from its monumental pyramids to its mysterious gods. They called the land Aigyptos, which evolved into the name we know today, Egypt. This name reflects centuries of fascination, conquest, and cultural exchange. In modern times, Egyptians themselves use the name Misr, a word deeply rooted in the Arabic language and Islamic tradition. Misr is more than a name. It's a symbol of national pride, unity, and the country's place in the Arab world. It connects today's Egypt to its rich heritage and its vibrant, ever-evolving identity. Each of these names, Kemet, Egypt, and Misr, offers a different perspective on what it means to be Egyptian. None is more correct or important than the others. Instead, they all add layers to the story, reflecting the diversity, resilience, and complexity of this remarkable country. Together, these names paint a vivid portrait of a land that has been a cradle of civilization, a coveted prize for empires, and a thriving modern nation. Egypt's legacy is not just in its monuments, but in its ability to adapt, endure, and inspire across millennia. The story of Egypt's names is, in many ways, the story of Egypt itself. Ancient, global, and ever-changing. It's a reminder that identity is always evolving, shaped by the past and looking toward the future. If you enjoyed this journey through Egypt's history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which country's name you'd like us to explore next. Your curiosity helps us bring more stories to life. Thanks for watching Sisep Erpandi. We appreciate your support and look forward to sharing more incredible stories from around the world. See you in the next story, where we'll uncover the hidden meanings behind another country's name.